Was a cold, foggy October night in a forgotten corner of upstate New York. The wind howled through the skeletal trees, carrying whispers that seemed to linger just beyond comprehension. In the small, decaying town of Hollow Pines, where streetlights flickered and hope seemed to have packed up and left decades ago, stood an anomaly, a gleaming golden skyscraper that didn't belong. Locals called it Trump's Folly. The tower wasn't on any map. It had appeared seemingly overnight 5 years ago, its mirrored glass reflecting the town's misery in warped, mocking shapes. No one knew who built it or why, but rumors swirled. Some said it was a billionaire's abandoned pet project. Others whispered it was cursed, a magnet for strange happenings, disappearances, unexplained noises, and shadows that moved when no one was there. The only clue was the name etched in garish gold letters above the entrance. Trump. 4 teenagers, Emma, Lucas, Aisha, and Nate, sat in a dimly lit diner, their faces illuminated by the glow of a cracked phone screen. They were the kind of kids who chased thrills to escape the monotony of Hollow Pines. Tonight, they were planning something reckless, breaking into Trump's Folly. "It's gotta be haunted," Aisha said, her eyes wide with excitement. "People say they hear him in there. You know, the voice, 'Who, Trump?'" Lucas snorted, tossing a fry into his mouth. "What's he gonna do? Fire us from the afterlife?" Emma, the group's unofficial leader, leaned forward. "I'm serious, guys. My cousin went in last year. He came out different. Said he heard someone talking, like a loud, brash voice, promising him everything: money, power, fame. He hasn't been the same since Nate, the quiet one, shifted uncomfortably. So why are we doing this? Sounds like a bad idea." "Because," Emma said, her voice low, "if we don't, we'll always wonder. And I'm tired of this town's secrets. We're filming it for the channel. This could be our big break." Reluctantly, they agreed. Armed with flashlights, a GoPro, and a mix of bravado and dread, they set out for the tower. The approach. The tower loomed over Hollow Pines like a golden middle finger to the town's decay. Its reflective surface shimmered in the moonlight, distorting the world around it. As the group approached, the air grew colder, and an unnatural silence swallowed the usual night sounds. No crickets, no rustling leaves, just their own footsteps crunching on the gravel path. "This place is creepy as hell," Nate muttered, his breath visible in the chilly air. "Relax," Lucas said, though his voice wavered. "It's just a building." But it wasn't. The closer they got, the more the tower seemed alive. The glass pulsed faintly, like a heartbeat, and the golden letters spelling TRUMP glowed brighter than they should have. Emma adjusted the GoPro on her chest, her hands trembling slightly. The front doors were unlocked, swinging open with a low groan as if inviting them in. Inside, the lobby was a surreal mix of opulence and ruin. Marble floors were cracked, chandeliers hung crookedly, and gold-framed mirrors lined the walls, their surfaces clouded with age. A faint smell of cigar smoke lingered, though no one had been here in years. "Okay, let's stick together," Emma said, her voice echoing unnaturally. "We explore, film, and get out. No splitting up." They nodded, but the tower had other plans. The voice. The group moved deeper into the building, their flashlights cutting through the darkness. The first few floors were eerily normal: empty offices, dusty conference rooms, and faded posters boasting, "The best deals in history." But as they climbed higher, the air grew heavier, and a low hum vibrated through the walls. On the 10th floor, they found a massive portrait of a man in a suit, his hair a golden wave, his face frozen in a smug grin. The plaque beneath read, "The greatest, the best, forever." No name, just those words. Lucas laughed nervously. This guy's ego could fill the whole building. As he spoke, the hum intensified, and a voice boomed from nowhere and everywhere at once. "Tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. You're here, folks, in the greatest tower ever built. Believe me." The group froze. The voice was loud, confident, with a strange cadence that felt both familiar and alien. It echoed through the halls, bouncing off the walls like a living thing. "Who's there?" Emma called, her voice shaking. "Relax, kid," the voice replied, now coming from directly behind them. They spun around, but no one was there. "You're in my house now, and I make the best deals. Want one?" Aisha grabbed Emma's arm. "We need to leave. Now." But the elevators behind them dinged, and the doors slid shut.